at their first release. Now, nearly all of the early Hayley Mills movies are now available on Disney's home video cassettes. One of the most popular is, and of course was, The Parent Trap. Well, next month, nearly 25 years later, Hayley Mills is going to start filming a sequel called Parent Trap 2. The plot of Parent Trap 1 was the rather simple everyday story of two young girls who meet at summer camp and discover there's a good reason why they look so much alike.
Uh-oh.
Dying to know Mother. Well, what if... Oh, my gosh! It was so scary that we might be able to pull it off. Pull what off? Switch places. Switch? We could do it. We're twins, aren't we?
All right, and a couple of years older Hayley Mills is joining us from London right now. Hayley, good morning. Nice to have you with us from London this morning.
Good morning, David, and good morning, America.
Ah, thanks for that greeting. Hayley, there's no secret, of course, you played both those parts. What are you going to play in the sequel?
Well, hopefully the sequel will be made. I'm never absolutely certain about these things. It's very unpredictable business until I've actually signed the contract and I'm on the set. But hopefully, if everything goes as planned and everything goes well, I play the twins. Now, 20-odd, very odd years on, now grown, mature, married women, and one of them has a little boy. Right. And the little boy is around about the same age that I was when I made the first Parent Trap.
Hayley, going back to Walt Disney, who's such a magic man for so many reasons, not only to us here in America, but around the world, what's your record? He had such respect for you, and you know that. What's your first recollection of meeting him?
Well, now, I was 12, and I met him at an enormous hotel in London called the Dorchester Hotel. And he was very tall. I remember him towering over me, and very gentle and very, very sweet. And really, because he was so very ordinary, I quite forgot that he was the legendary Walt Disney. You know, he really liked children a lot, and he was able to relate to children very well. Sometimes I think maybe almost better than he could relate to other adults.
How do you remember that time? I mean, here you were, a child star, I mean, a really major star in the world as a motion picture actress at very young. We tend to think of that as being a thing of responsibility, pressure, unreal kind of existence compared to the dullness of the reality of most of our lives. How do you remember the time?
Well, it was very exciting. It was very exciting, and I remember it with a great sense of... it was great fun and great nostalgia. My life became very schizophrenic because I would be making movies in glamorous Hollywood and, you know, living in a house with a pool and a television in every room. And then I would go back to my boarding school in England where I could only wash my hair once a week and get on with my maths. And worry about the scum on the boiled potatoes. So, you know, I had a kind of rather a good balance to the excitement of Hollywood.
How would you like it if one of your two boys decided, okay, he's going to be in the movie if an opportunity arose and to become an actor at their ages? How would you react to that?
Well, you know, I realize this is on the cards since, you know, myself and all my family are in the business, and,
right.
it very often happens. And if it was something special, and if I thought that he or either of them possibly could do well and could be, you know, do a good job, then I think I might think about it. But it would have to be something very special, and no way would they get out of going to school.
You've got the experience to know how to provide the balance to make sure it doesn't get out of hand, in other words, right?
Yes, I think that's very important. And I look at kids who've started acting very young today, people like Tatum O'Neal and Brooke Shields, and I think they are being very, very sensible and continuing their education and going to college and,
Right.
you know, realizing that there is a world outside the film studios. That's very important.
Haley, it's good to have you with us. I look forward to meeting in person one day. This is the first time we've met, and this by satellite. I look forward to seeing you in person. Thanks for joining us today.
It's been a really amazing